What up, guys? This is your boy Ligo, one half of Enduro, back in with another video. And I don't know if I might play the whole video, I might not play the whole video. There's a certain part in this video that points out something that I want to talk about. I've said it in recent videos, so it is said in recent videos. So I want to talk about that. But seriously, again, I shown my cards. I could build a PC from scratch. And again, I got lucky that my PC that I built, my rig was in perfect spot before prices go crazy. Because I got friends right now who's like, hey, can you help me build this stuff? I'm like, you're going to spend some money, brother. You're going to spend some money. But if I want to play PC stuff, whatever, we know the Steam Deck's price has gone up. The GameCube or the Steam Cube is going to be expensive. We know that. PlayStation went up twice. Xbox went up twice. Nintendo's gone up once. It might go up twice as well too. Parts are being crazy. The AI is taking every part away from all of us. All right? Put that out of the way. The point of this video is when people's like, oh, and he started almost hitting my Nintendo Switch until this. This is what I want to point out. This is why I wanted the Switch 2, the Wii U, all the stuff like that, okay? I'm a Nintendo fan, foremost. I understand that. I know that's what I am. So I get that part. But the reason why I don't want to get a PC or a Steam Deck or Cube and stuff. Like I said, right now I'm at work in front of my desk, working, designing and enjoying houses. I do that for about 8, maybe 9 hours a day. I don't want to go home and then if I want to play a game, gotta go home, set the PC up, set it up, do stuff, and then go and do and finagle, and then do again. Just sit down in front of a screen like I do already and play a game. The day might come, I have to do that because again, nothing's guaranteed and nothing's infinite. But for right now, I like the reason, number one reason, and I told people this when the Switch was coming out. People were making all kind of crazy video stuff. The number one reason I bought a Nintendo Switch 2 was Nintendo games. That'd be a lie. That's what I said. I'm telling the truth. So Nintendo games. The number two reason I should say, Nintendo games. I like what Nintendo. I want to play Nintendo games because I'm a Nintendo fan. But the number two reason, functionality, that's more better than just the games. Because again, I'm a gamer. I like to play the games. But the number two reason is plug and play. I ain't gotta do nothing crazy. I ain't gotta do no stupid setups. I just gotta put a cartridge inside of the damn Switch, press the power button on. I have to go through a menu screen. I like it back in the day when you just like again GameCube. Game starts. I love the game starts. I love the 64. You see the 64 logos, Game Boy, cling, all that. You get that? Game starts. Sega, same thing. Starts. That's what I like. Plug and play. Simplicity. My gaming hobby is to relax, have fun, and unplug. So I don't want to be finagling and doing all the stuff like that. This guy right here said he almost hated his Switch until something happened. And again, I'll let it go. If it gets to a point where I don't think it's whatever to why I think it's pointing to my video, then I'll just stop it at that. But go from here. But I want him to show you what he's talking about. And this is one of the reasons where people always talk about get a handheld PC. Handheld PCs are not selling as much as the Switch 2. No, I saw a video, a dumb video, and I don't even want to look at it. But a fake wizard and his crew talking about the sales of the Nintendo Switch is going to be so. I don't even want to look at it, but I might have to look at it just to see if there's anything stupid or irrelevant coming out of it. I digress from that point. But there you go, plug and play.
Gaming, I finally did something I didn't think was possible. I was barely picking up a new console that I highly anticipated at launch. The Switch 2 launched in June of last year, and I was hoping it would be the system that helped me to play games more portably, since I travel for work a lot more now. A new system that could play anything from the Nintendo classics to the new hits. The only problem? There weren't a lot of new hits, and it felt just like the Switch 1. Although there were games I enjoyed briefly like Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World, I barely scratched the surface of what I expected. Originally I had a whole script called Why My Nintendo Switch 2 is Collecting Dust, but then that script started to collect dust, and something happened that changed my relationship with this tiny console forever.
I know we're gonna hear about it now.
It all started on June 5th at 12:45 p.m. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I've been a Nintendo fan since childhood, so I bought things like this Tears of the Kingdom Switch. I won this at work, and my mom bought me this when I was a kid. So there's a little bit of bias when it comes. A lot of bias. But when I opened that Switch 2 for the first time after getting home from the midnight release, it felt legendary. I spent the next week trying all the new features we never thought we'd get from a Nintendo console, like 4K 60 FPS upgrades, the Cyberpunk Miracle port, and mouse mode, and so much more. And then nothing. I was bored with it. In fact, I even thought I hated it since I never used it. You see, after
And here's the thing, I'm not griping on that. Every gamer has different tastes. I had games to be playing, so I was good. But everybody has different tastes, so I respect that in that regard. That people are gonna get bored with certain things. Because again, maybe you were not looking for a Metroid. Maybe you were not looking for a Kirby's Air Ride. That was not your bread and butter. So again, understandable.
playing Mario Kart World for 10 hours and finishing Deltarune chapters 3 and 4, and then eventually Donkey Kong down the line, I found myself looking for more, not interested in what I already had. Sure, there was some stuff on the horizon, but I wasn't interested in stuff like Kirby Air Riders or Pokemon ZA.
Yeah.
I was being picky about the LCD screen, the battery life, and what to play. So I did what we all do when we think something's missing. I hit place order.
Place order. Let's go back a little bit.
Key about the LCD screen, the battery life, and what to play. So I did what we all do when we think something's missing.
Legion Go 8. $1,579. God dang. Y'all are crazy. A handheld PC? At that point, I'd rather just buy the PC. Oh, well, build it. I don't buy PCs. I built mine. That is crazy.
I hit place order.
That's a lot of money.
This is the Lenovo Legion Go S with the Z1 Extreme chip. And off the bat, it felt incredible. The screen was great, it had Steam OS, and the ergonomics were to me. The plan for this device was it was going to be my go-to handheld with my gaming PC on the side to be my docked version of my Steam games. Of course, I also got a Legion Go dock just in case, you never know. I was able to knock out games like Hades 2 and Hollow Knight Silksong, and the system ran it like butter. Sure, it was a little thicker and louder than the Switch 2, but it had access to the games that I wasn't able to reach yet. However, as
which those games came to the console, Hades 2, a physical port, so you own it. I think that Hollow Knight's gonna have a physical port too, but get it.
time went on, I noticed some problems with this device.
Oh.
Some games I tried to run looked a little fuzzy. The buttons were so loud while I was laying in bed that it would wake everybody up if I wasn't careful, especially the shoulder buttons. And anything that I tried to run that wasn't a lightweight indie, the fans started to sound like this. And on top of that, the games would crash half the time I opened the menu to check my battery or start a game. Heck, I couldn't even get the dock to work with my TV sound system unless I went into desktop mode first and shuffled through the settings.
Who designed this?
After a few months, the Switch 2 started getting more modern releases that people would refer to again as miracle ports. Pragmata, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, Star Wars Outlaws, and more. As I started to bounce between these two devices and decide which one was best for me and the games I wanted to play, something else happened. The Great Divide. I was split into two different people. One who would pick up the device and just game, the other that would sit and tinker for hours deciding how to game.
Exactly, which is not for me. I just want a game. I don't give a dang about things. I need to get picture perfect graphics and even though I'm an audiophile, I need to get 5.17 surround sound. I'm joking, but you know what I mean. Surround sound? No, I don't need all that. I don't. Just give me. I play this for fun, enjoyment. That's it.
Tetris 99 before bed on the Switch, or trying to get Alice Madness Returns to run at 60 FPS. Trails in the Sky while traveling, Final Fantasy VII on the Switch 2, Final Fantasy VII on the Legion Go. Except they forgot to put the actual EXE file out at launch.
Exactly. Again, why do I want proving my yeah. And this goes towards PlayStation and Xbox as well too. Okay, pick up and go. But Switch is more simpler than the PlayStation Xbox. Again, I have a PlayStation 5. I know.
I had become two different people for two different devices, and I like both of them too, but there was something consistent.
You better for $1,500. Flipping hell. Whew, $1,500 plus for a PC handheld? No. Cutting. No, not me.
I noticed about the me who played the Switch, even with all the compromises. He would start, play, and finish a game way before the Legion Go version would. And there was one thing that was always consistent about the Switch 2. It just works. It just worked in docked mode.
Again, thank you. Hallelujah. Again, that's the point of having the console. I wish I was Cabby Lane. If you know who Cabby Lane is, the African guy who does with the hands. I can't do it, you can't see him, but that's what I mean. That's what I like about the Switch. Plug and play. I ain't gotta worry about setting crap.
Handheld mode and tabletop mode whenever and wherever I wanted. No crashes or issues. And that's when it hit me. Do I actually like the Switch 2? Since we were farther into the Switch 2 lifecycle now and developers actually had their hands on dev kits, we were starting to see what it was truly capable of and the power that it actually had. Since it was getting game releases that were more impressive, I thought to myself, let me give this one more shot. An actual chance to stick with this device instead of giving up after a month. So, I started. Hollow Knight Switch 2 edition, it ran buttery smooth, and I finished it in 3 days. Final Fantasy VII Remake, it ran and looked better on my Switch than my Legion Go. Dragon Quest VII R, it sucked me away into the world more than any game all year, and I was able to play it while I traveled for work. Then the big guns came out. The ultimate test. Resident Evil 9. This was a game that I expected to buy on my beefy PC to play in 4K max settings. I had it marked on the calendar, and just as I was about to purchase it...
Don't forget, we gotta go to Alabama this weekend.
I wasn't 100% sure Resident Evil 9 would work on my Legion Go at launch because sometimes games launch in an iffy state, but then they get better after the developers optimize for those PC handhelds more.
And that's one of the reasons again. That goes back to reason number one. Nintendo games work. Majority of them, not all, and not perfect. I know that. But again, plug and play, boom, go. That's what I'm going for. I'm trying to go for that style.
So I was worried that my dreams of crushing zombies with Leon S. Kennedy were crushed on launch weekend. Or were they? Were there compromises on Resident Evil 9 on the Switch too? Sure. But have you tried playing Resident Evil 9 in a car with a PlayStation 5 Pro or a big beefy PC compared to a Switch 2? This thing is thinner than the disc drive itself for my PS5 Pro. For me as the player on the Switch 2, I felt like there were not really any big compromises that deterred away from the experience. I don't need to see every freckle and peach fuzz hair individually on a character.
Thank you. And again, for those who want it, go buy a PC. Go spend your $1,500 on your Legion Go to get that. I hope everything works. And hope when the update comes in, it doesn't sputter or mess up your timing and all that stuff like that. Because again, I know that from my regular PC, sometimes I have to fix certain things, even though I had it set up already for when I'm doing my video editing and my music editing. I know that from that. And that's for I'm doing that for money. You think I want to be doing tinkering for games? No.
When I zoom in, and I've been screaming that for years. I just need it to look decent with a good story or gameplay loop to keep me hooked. And that's exactly what the Switch 2 did for me. It gives you just enough to have these games run on something thin as a key fob. Once Resident Evil 9 came out, we started hearing that term again, miracle ports, but can you really keep calling something a miracle port if it keeps happening over and over again?
True.
I know that people aren't thrilled with some of Nintendo's choices, me included, but we can't act like all of these game companies don't have problems.
Thank you.
Nintendo has $80 games sometimes, PlayStation's adding DRM when it's not needed and raising service prices.
Okay, there you go.
Xbox has its fluctuating Game Pass prices, and Valve has been doing pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But my point is, no game company is free of error.
I like how you said that.
Xbox has its fluctuating Game Pass prices, and Valve has been doing pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
Fell prior between Streamlabs and price. Yeah. Okay. Valve, yeah, but you're talking about, here's the thing. You could have bought a Steam Deck. You didn't buy a Steam Deck, you bought a Legion Go. So you can't say Valve is that when you never bought their system. A little contradictory. You like the Steam library, I get that. But that's not bullshit, people. That's all I'm saying.
But my point is, no game company is free of errors. Every company is going to have some issues, so it's more...
There's no such thing as perfect games. I want to know who came up with that slogan.
So a choice of pick your poison. Once you find a system and service that works best for you, you'll be unstoppable.
Good.
Some people love tinkering with their handhelds to customize it to their liking. Others just need a device to pick up and play since they have limited time already.
Exactly.
And as time went on, the Switch 2 evolved from making my old games look shiny and pretty again into giving us new experiences. It just needs some time to get going. Once I stopped being picky about the LCD screen and wanting more, I realized this device is pretty incredible for all kinds of things. Nintendo even dropped an update that allowed you to run old Switch 1 games at their dock resolutions, enhancing the experience for us even more. Now that we're 1 year into the Switch 2 lifecycle, Nintendo's finally starting to hit its stride and announce games I'm actually interested in, and third-party developers are still bringing the heat. During this whole year, I realized that instead of giving up on something as soon as possible, be patient with it and trust the process. Don't expect anything out of it and let it come into fruition on its own for yourself. Whether that's a game, a console, a hobby, anything. Learn to love its flaws and its strengths. Sometimes the simple things are what works best for you. Sometimes tinkering settings is where the real fun comes from. And sometimes we just need to take a step back and appreciate what we already have in the first place.
Amen to that, brother.
Thanks for watching.
Amen to that, brother. I could give you that one credit off. So we went through the whole video, and point taken there. Little gripes here and there, but the point taken in. That's why I am an avid Nintendo fan. Fanboy, call me what you want. I don't care. That's ooh, that hurt my feeling. That make me feel more proud of my Nintendo fanboy. Because again, I like what I like. If you like what you like, you like what you like. I never understand fanboy being a negative term. I like a lot of Americans like to do that. Like we take different words and we try to make it the opposite to make it sound cool or defamatory. Me and my wife and my next door neighbors, they were talking about anime and stuff like. I hate the word fan service. It's just say, because basically it's funny when you play, like I got Crunchyroll. When you play stuff, it says sexualize. Just say sexualize and whatever and go with it. But we use the fan service word for sexualization. With actual fan services to help, to serve the fan stuff should be what it's supposed to be. But no, we gotta use oxymorons and double entendres and all the other dumb shits, whatever. But I like what he said here, and it's true. I like simple games. And he got, sorry, plug and play. I got a busy schedule, as he says. The last 3 years, my videos have been coming, and again, I apologize for the sound effects and the sound and everything. I don't do my videos at home no more. If I did, I would never do. The end of a channel would be done with, because I just don't have the time. I used to do the podcast. I don't even do the podcast because, again, I don't have the time. So when I get a chance to play a game, I want to play a game. Funny enough, like I said, all this week, I played yesterday and the day before. That's the only time I played a game. Monday until Friday, I didn't have no time to play no games at all last week. So I ain't got no time to go thinkle and mess with and try to put bump resolution and all. No. I simply look on my console, make sure my console is plugged, has battery, put in a cartridge, press the power button, wait until the menu thing, hit the A button 3 times, then hit it one more time, then another time, and I could get my game. Again, I like it better when it was just like GameCube to 64, like I just said. That's what I said, but it's the closest to plug and play we got now. Shit. So, again, and point taken, there's no perfect. I have stated, if you don't like what Nintendo is providing, you don't got to buy it. That's good. Go enjoy your PlayStation games. Go enjoy your Xbox game. Go enjoy your Legion Go and all the other stuff. Enjoy those things. That's all right. It's your money. You pay for it. But nothing is perfect. Because what's perfect to me is not perfect to you. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. Simply, magic word, simply enjoy all the games you want to enjoy. But simply just enjoy your games. No matter if it's on PC or any other consoles. All right? And mobile devices. Just enjoy it. All right? With that said, catch y'all next time. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Peace out.